So when we go to a mountain roads, like when we go to a hill station and when we are traveling on the roads, we need to understand the roads are built by cutting the mountains. The mountains are cut and slopes are exposed. And those slopes of the mountains, after cutting, the cut slopes need to be stabilized. Otherwise, there will be slides coming because nature has its balance. But when our society, we are building infrastructure like roads, etc. That time we are tampering with the balance of nature. We are a specialized agency who designs, who executes the work of slope stabilization.
Welcome to Sunday Investing, and we have Mr. Madhusudan Sarda today, the promoter and CEO of Gabion Technologies. How are you, sir?
I'm very nice. How are you, Tanmay?
All fine, sir. Sir, first of all, I would like to ask you about your background and what motivated you to start this company and this particular business.
Look, Tanmay, I am a graduate from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the USA, which is a world-renowned university in the technical field. And my passion has always been in infrastructure. Whenever I see roads and railways and dams and bridges, I always think about okay how we can make things better and how we can prevent calamities or catastrophes from happening. So that led me into the field of geotechnical engineering. And in this field, our particular product of gabions, that is what is used to prevent landslides, to prevent floods. So it is a major product which is part of the structures which are protecting our infrastructure. So I will just then tie up with our business that our business is about the kind of engineering that protects infrastructure, whether it be roads, railways, dams, cities, etc., from landslides, floods, etc.
So, for a layman, what exactly Gabion Technologies does, and what is the product, and know what kind of sectors you serve? And let's say I'm traveling to, let's say, a mountain, and we see that nets which protect us from that rock falls in case there is some kind of a wind and all that. So this is what your product is, right?
So when we go to a mountain roads, like when we go to a hill station and when we are traveling on the roads, the we need to understand the roads are built by cutting the mountains. The mountains are cut and slopes are exposed. And those slopes of the mountains, after cutting, the cut slopes need to be stabilized. Otherwise, there will be slides coming because nature has its balance. But when our society, we are building infrastructure like roads, etc., that time we are tampering with the balance of nature. So at that time, we have to provide the stabilizing mitigation measures so that the natural mountains and valleys, they can remain intact. The rivers, they will not divert from their course. So we need to do all these things so that our infrastructure can stay protected. Now imagine if you are traveling on a mountain road and suddenly the hill in front of you is collapsed and you have lots of boulders coming onto the road, and you're God forbid, your car gets struck by a boulder. So that is where we come in. We are a specialized agency who designs, who executes the work of slope stabilization. So wherever there is a likeliness of landslide happening, there our agency, our company steps in. We look at the slopes, we design the appropriate solution. Our products are also catering to those solutions. Some of them are our own products manufactured by us. Some of them are products we procure from others. And then we execute the solution. We install that. We construct the structure which will prevent the landslide from happening. So that is how, whenever you are traveling through a mountain road, you should think there is somebody who is protecting us from the hill falling down. So that, for the layman, the message I want to pass is that Gabion Technologies is protecting you whenever you are traveling on a hill road, or whenever your city is under a flood, or uh, these kind of disasters are happening. We are there to protect it. So by protecting, how do we do it? First of all, we manufacture products. Those products which can be used in these solutions. These solutions cannot be done by the conventional concrete technologies. Concrete. Our cities are concrete jungles. But when it comes to nature, when it comes to how we protect ourselves from landslides and floods, concrete structures are not the right solution. Therein, our products come under the umbrella of geosynthetics and geotechnical engineering. So these engineering products, which are non-conventional, conventional means concrete, non-conventional products and technologies, that is what we specialize in. And we manufacture these products. And very important is that we design the solutions appropriately with the required safety measures and safety factors in place, so that the structures are successful in preventing landslides and floods. So, in particular, if we talk about the major product that we make, our verticals are manufacturing, services, and trading. So, service is the part where we execute the work on site, on the project site, and manufacturing is the part where we produce the major products that are applied on site. So I would go ahead and try to show you the type of product that we make. Uh, can our team please show the sample of the product?
Yes, just showing. Yeah, yeah.
So Tanmay, if you can see this, this is a steel wire netting, and it is, if you see, there is a double twist in it. Show the double twist part. So the double twist part of it is a locking mechanism. So when the steel wire, it is a woven wire mesh. So actually, you can think of it as a cloth made out of steel wire. Now, this steel wire, when it is double twisted, then it is a locking mechanism, so that even if somebody cuts the wire at one or two places, it is not going to unravel. Or even if a boulder cuts it at one place, it is not going to unravel. And the woven nature of it makes it flexible. You can show how flexible it is. Show it by bending it off. Yeah. So it is a flexible mesh and it is used for drapery. So it is used to drape the slopes. And then after draping the slopes, there is a various other steps that are taken. But this is our major product. And from this, we also make various other elements like boxes, which are filled with boulders available at site, which are used to build retaining structures, walls, because concrete is not a suitable solution out there. So that I wanted to demonstrate the product and the double twist nature of it. Double twist is the technology that provides us with the required characteristics of the mesh. And one more product I wanted to show you is the strong mat, which provides erosion control along with the tensile strength required. So if you see this black mesh, it is a plastic mesh which is integrated with the steel wire mesh, and this will trap soil particles on it. and then it will prevent erosion from happening, and then vegetation will grow on it, and then we'll have the exactly the greenery that we want. The green mountains will be again come back to the shape of the natural in its natural state. So these are the products that we that are major products our in our major business. But then there are other products also which I'm not going to demonstrate. I'm just demonstrated the basic product so that a layman can get a good picture of what this is all about.
Thank you, sir, for showing us the product. So, our contract should be mostly from the government, right? Because all the standards would have been given by
Yes.
the government
So
itself.
ultimately, government is the uh, owner of all these projects. Like ultimately, whenever a road is built, it is built by the government. But then there is a contractor who builds the roads. Okay. So now the contractor, he's a traditional contractor. He doesn't know about the new technologies and how to prevent landslides. He knows how to build a road, but he doesn't know how to prevent the landslide. He doesn't know how to prevent the flood. So therein he contacts us or we contact him, and we come into the picture and we subcontract the work out of him, or we provide him the designs and supply the materials, and we teach him how to do it. We supervise him. So that is where we come in if it is a subcontract. Otherwise, government also tenders works which are specialized only for slope stabilization. So therein we can bid directly and we can get awarded the work. Now, going ahead in the future, we want to grow our business and take up full package of infrastructure. For example, we want to start building the roads ourselves. We do the difficult part currently. Now, the simpler part we can definitely do. And so our business can grow manyfold from here. So if you understand our business plan going forward, in our services business, we are looking at a high rate of growth in the coming years. It is because our technical capabilities are very high, as well as we are building a lot of assets for uh, construction, and as well as our eligibility to be get awarded the works is increasing year on year. So very soon we will get award of 500 crore tender work. So a single product, whereas our current single uh, execution project size is around 15-20 crores. After a few years, we will be looking at single orders of 500 crores. So this line of business that we are on, this track we are on, is going to take us to a very large business.
Got it. So, at this point, we derive somewhat around 60% of our revenues from manufacturing of Gabions, somewhat around
Yes.
8 to 10% in trading, and rest is in services and other income, right?
Yes.
And how this
So
mix should change going forward.
see, the mix is in our production, Gabions. Currently, we have a capacity of 9,000 metric tons, and we have already started another factory in Assam. We are already procured more machinery for a Himachal Pradesh factory, and from IPO proceeds also we have earmarked a certain amount for new machinery. So because this product is so useful, the market is increasing very highly, and we are going to double the capacity. So when we say around 60 crore is our current turnover of for manufactured product sale, it will double. It will double in the over the next couple of years. We'll be doing 120 to 150 crores of sale of our core products. That is the manufacturing vertical of it. And similarly, currently our services is around 30-40 crores, like you said. But that again will again be growing because our order book currently stands at 170 crores. We have already booked a lots of orders. We have able to win a lot of orders, and in the next year we will be executing around 150 crores of projects. So in the next year, within the next couple of years, our turnover is going to reach 300 crores from the current 100 crores, just because we have so many orders in hand, and just because our products, the demand has increased so much, and we are already increasing our capacity, doubling our capacity. Hence, our company is poised for a stupendous growth in the coming couple of years.
So, I was going to touch upon the utilization part because your existing manufacturing facilities are already running at 90% plus. So, what are the, capacities in till FY25 and what is the current manufacturing facility capacity?
So, when we last reported in, I think, our DRHP or this thing, our capacity was around 9,000 metric tons. Now, since then, our Assam factory has started already. So, we have added 2,000 metric tons there. So, currently, we are standing at 11,000 metric tons. Now we have already and as well as we have put up another production line in Himachal Pradesh since then. So that has added another 2,000. So currently we are standing at 13,000 metric tons capacity. And
13,000 is
already we
live
are
at this point.
live at this point. Now we have already procured another 2,500 tons machinery, capacity machinery, which is on the way. So that is within FY26, we will have added that. So there our capacity will stand at 15,500 by the end of FY26. And from the IPO proceeds, we are going to add another 2,500 tons of capacity. So in 2027, we will have 18,000 tons. So it will be double of 9,000 that was last reported. That was around December. Before December, it was 9,000. Currently, it is 13,000. By the end of 26, it will be 15,000. And in 27, it will be 18,000. That is
Got it.
how our capacity is planned and already under execution. And that's why we are looking at a very robust growth trajectory.
So, what are the objects of our IPO?
Object of the IPO is mainly working capital because already we
Okay.
have invested in the machinery through our existing banking partner, loans from them, as well as our internal accruals. We have already done most of the investment in capex, but now we are looking at the working capital to come into the company so that we can utilize the capacities and take our turnover to the potential that we have already built.
So the working capital is mainly for the end-to-end, construction work we are looking going forward because I don't feel manufacturing would require that kind of heavy working capital given the current size of the company.
Yes, but yes, that's why this amount will enable us to grow to three times. Currently, we are standing at
Got it.
around 100 crore of turnover. We will reach 300 crore turnover with just this 6, 7, 8 crore of working capital.
Got it. What is our current working capital cycle?
Current working capital cycle is around 75 days.
Okay. And receivable days?
Receivable is around 70 days.
Got it. Because the reason I was asking is from last, I would
Hmm.
say 15 months, there has been a lot of concerns towards the receivables, especially from specific state governments and also some private players. So, are we also, getting some kind of exposure towards this stretched receivable days or any kind of outlook you would like to give on the forward working capital days and receivable days?
See, I think our business of slope stabilization is very critical in nature. So all the agencies that are doing the work, government agencies, those are not really the state governments, but they are the central governments, central government bodies. So there, the funding issue is not there with them. So we don't experience funding gap, funding problems, generally don't experience. But then, of course, we are also caught up in some projects where the states, generally the state is the funding body, or even if the state is not the funding body, but then they tend to hold the payment which they have received from the center, which should have come into our project, but they are not releasing it because they are using the elsewhere. So this kind of irregularity we are also facing in some of the projects, but fortunately those are not a large part of our portfolio. Largely we are doing working with railways, national highways, like that. Not much with state bodies.
So what are our two kinds of revenue split? First is the customer wise would be like government and private, and second would be geographical revenue bifurcation.
Right. So currently our private customer and government customer bifurcation is around 60/40. So private is 60, 40 is government. But that, if you look at 2 years back, government was only 20%. So now, since we are directly bidding a lot of projects and getting a lot of projects, and also our eligibility is growing. See, first you have to do subcontract to be able to build eligibility for direct contracts with government. So we have slowly built up that, and we are going to build more and more eligibility. So currently our government is 40%, and we are looking to increase it to 50% in the next financial year. And also our supplies, even in our manufactured product supplies, we are supplying a lot to the government through government e-marketplace, which is where there is a competitive bidding, and where we can directly get orders from the government. So government is procuring through their e-marketplace portal.
So what is the current competition landscape? Because I was seeing that your bid win ratio is somewhat around 20%. Because so this also clearly states that there is some kind of a bidding competition. And so what do you feel is the landscape of like given the
Yes.
fierce bidding and the pricing intensity?
So there are many contractors who are in this line of business. Not many, I would say around 10 contractors or 10 to 20 contractors, because this is still a specialized business. So they are not like hundreds of people who are competing. So only, 10 to 20 companies are competing for contracts in this field. And out of that, if you are winning 20%, so I think it is a good rate of winning the contracts. And what happens, there is a cycle. Sometimes some companies are bidding very low, so we don't want to go that low also. So it is a cycle. Sometimes some of the companies are trying to create a uh, new parameter for bidding, and if they are not going to succeed, if they go too low and don't succeed in the project, then in the coming future they will not be able to qualify, and they will not be eligible for bidding. So that time our chances will increase. So currently 20% that we are able to win bids is not bad, but we are definitely going to do better than this.
So who are our competitors, be it listed or unlisted?
See, our business model is unique in that we are both manufacturers and contractors, almost equal in almost equal part. So this kind of strength, because what happens is when we are manufacturing the products and also we are able to install those products at sites, then what happens is both the verticals are feeding each other. Our production capacity is being we have a source of sale through our own services, and our services we are able to do competitively because we can use our own products. So these two are feeding each other. That's why we get a very unique position to have a very good costing. So we don't really have any major competition which is in a position where they are both manufacturers and contractors, because either they are contractors or they are manufacturers. So uh, there are bigger manufacturing companies than us, but they are not doing the execution of projects. And then there are bigger contractors than us, but they are not doing manufacturing. So that's why we are uniquely positioned to grow in both these, and then so that we can, in the coming years, we can become the biggest contractors as well as the biggest manufacturers.
Sir, so before leaving, what kind of a message you would like to leave for your potential shareholders?
See, I would like to tell them that India is developing at a fast pace. Our infrastructure is growing at a fast pace, but we need to protect that infrastructure also. So, whenever we look at infrastructure, we should think about how we make it sustainable, how we maintain the harmony with nature. That's where our company comes in by providing the products and technologies and solutions to protect for protection structures required to maintain and sustain the infrastructure that we are building. So that is what our shareholders should take away.
Sure, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Tanmay.